Welcome to this explainer. All right, let's jump right in. We're tackling a pretty massive debate in the trading community today. We are putting the market's so-called fractal nature to the ultimate test. The big question we're looking at from our sources is this: is zooming all the way into a 1-minute chart actually the secret sauce to catching those massive long-term moves? Or is it just a bunch of market noise that's going to trap you into overtrading? It's the million-dollar question, right? Can miniature, microscopic market movements really let us catch macro trends with tiny stop losses, or are we literally just staring at chaos? If you've ever felt that absolute frustration of getting stopped out right before the market goes exactly where you predicted, well, you're going to want to stick around for this, because we're breaking down exactly how these trends operate.
So, here's our roadmap. We're going to cover the market's fractal nature, the time frame puzzle analogy, meet the boss of the higher time frames, zoom in for refinement, and finally uncover the 1-minute secret.
Okay, starting right off with Section 1, the market's fractal nature.
Now, I know the word fractal sounds like some incredibly complex, high-level math concept, doesn't it? But honestly, it's just a beautiful, fundamental pattern found everywhere in nature. A fractal is literally just a pattern where a tiny part looks exactly like a miniature version of the entire whole. Keep that simple idea anchored in the back of your mind because it is absolutely key to decoding everything we're about to look at on the charts.
Think about a tree for a second. If you snap off a little branch and look at it closely, it kind of looks like a miniature version of the entire tree itself, doesn't it? Well, the source material points out that the market works the exact same way. What's unfolding on a massive 1-hour chart is usually happening in miniature on a 1-minute chart. The patterns just repeat themselves on smaller and smaller scales. It's like a giant puzzle. And that brings us to Section 2, the time frame puzzle analogy.
So if the market is essentially a giant puzzle, looking at only the 1-minute chart is like staring at a single puzzle piece and trying to guess the entire picture. It's impossible. And honestly, that is exactly where most retail traders fail. To actually pass the test of the market, you've got to combine the pieces. You take the daily, the 1-hour, and the 1-minute, and you put them together to reveal the true image. That true image is what tells you where the price is actually going.
Now that we've got our puzzle pieces, let's look at Section 3, meet the higher time frame boss. Here's the absolutely crucial takeaway from the testing data. The higher time frame, we're talking the daily or the weekly charts, that is the owner or the boss of the market. The boss dictates the ultimate objective. So let's say the daily chart shows price moving toward a specific fair value gap, that pocket of unfilled orders. That is your undeniable target. If you ignore the boss, you're going to get run over by a much, much bigger force.
Just think about how ignoring the boss traps people in these time frame cycles. Imagine a 5-minute chart showing a really aggressive bearish trend. It looks like the market is totally dumping, right? But if you zoom out to the 1-hour chart, you'd realize that dump is actually just a temporary bullish pullback inside a massive upward move. If you don't know which cycle you're in and you just blindly short that 5-minute trend, you're getting chopped up in the noise. You are fighting the boss, and the boss always wins.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 4, zooming in for refinement.
Here's the exact 2-step application phase to start reducing our market risk. Step 1, like we just said, identify the higher time frame objective. You wait for the price to hit that major zone, but then Step 2 is where the magic really happens. You zoom in for lower time frame refinement. Instead of just entering blindly, you wait for a change of character or displacement, which are just technical terms for a clear shift in momentum, right there on the 1-minute or 5-minute chart. Let me show you why this is a total game changer.
Take a look at this number, 200. Let's say you spot a massive point of interest on a 4-hour chart for a major index like Bank Nifty. If you traded the traditional way, based just on that 4-hour chart, your stop loss might need to be a massive 200 points wide just to keep you safe from getting wicked out. For most everyday traders, a 200-point risk is incredibly painful. Frankly, it's just way too much exposure.
But check this out. 25. By applying the fractal nature we've been talking about and zooming right into the 1-minute chart exactly when price taps that 4-hour zone, you wait for that micro shift in momentum. Doing that lets you take the exact same overarching trade, but you shrink the risk down to a highly refined 25 points. Taking a 200-point risk and slashing it to 25 points? That completely transforms your risk-to-reward ratio. That is the true power of fractal refinement.
All right, let's reverse engineer a real-world test case. Section 5, the 1-minute secret. So here is the stark difference between the two trading styles. Imagine a classic W pattern forming on a 15-minute chart. Traditional traders, while they're sitting on their hands, just waiting and waiting for the neckline of that W to break before they even think about entering. They are completely late to the party. Fractal traders, though, they zoomed into the 1-minute chart right at the bottom of that W. Because they understand fractals, they spotted a tiny turning point where the 1-minute trend shifted from down to up. They caught the massive move at the absolute bottom, way before the 15-minute traders even realized a pattern was forming. It's brilliant.
So, does the fractal nature test pass? According to the sources, absolutely. Yes, but you have to follow the rules. Use the higher time frame for your overarching direction, and use the lower time frame purely for your refined execution. And hey, if you want to start mapping these exact fractal levels on your own charts, make sure to grab the multi-timeframe checklist available for download right in the app. It's a fantastic resource to make sure you're always aligned with the boss.
But, this does leave us with one final major hurdle. Now that we understand why fractals work, how do we apply a rigid mechanical structure so we can stop guessing where these trends actually start and end? Like, how do we systematize the whole shebang so it's not just subjective guesswork? Well, that is exactly what we're going to unpack next time. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and keep studying those time frames.